Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode on my Let's Play in Farming Simulator 25 and the Hutan Pantai Map. So last episode, we harvested everything we could from our farm, and we ran a ton of contracts in order to get some quick cash. Let's take a look at our finances and see how we did last month. So we bought a new vehicle, which was our water barrel. We built that greenhouse last night, sold everything that we didn't need in the beginning, repaired, property maintenance, spent a lot on fertilizer, but we did do a lot of contracts and did make a profit. That must be the rice that we sold. Made 63,000 in contract. That's good stuff, and we found 2 of the farm balls, which helped. So far this month, we have production costs. Must be for the mushrooms as well as our greenhouse. For the greenhouse, we got the saplings going. We'll be using those to replant rice for the next season. We have our large tarp greenhouse. The only thing that's active right now is lettuce. I've went ahead and on a different map, kind of plugged in a bunch of different things to see what would be most efficient. Lettuce not only sells for the most, but on a large tarp greenhouse like ours, we can get 4 pallets per month. Unfortunately, I started everything in the beginning, but I switched it to just lettuce for now. If we were to not do lettuce, then every 2 weeks we would get a pallet of every single item. But getting 4 pallets of lettuce per month is better than, 1 pallet of each every month. We'll get a bonus pallet, basically. Plus, it's worth more. Got our medium mushrooms greenhouse. Right now, we're making both the enoki and the oyster mushroom, which is fine. Everything evens out on this one pretty well. So we'll leave it as is. We've almost got our first pallet of enoki, and this one I just swapped over to the lettuce. So it's going to start growing over a little bit faster, and that we won't be really doing anything with these for the moment. All right, first thing we need to do now is check the sales page first, see if anything good is in there. Well, there's always good stuff, see if there's anything we need. Unfortunately, can't afford the harvester or the tractor, and we don't really need an animal transport right now. All right, we're going to be heading over to the store and picking up our brand new tractor. I want to buy this tractor today, but I think I'm going to hold off a little bit until we collect 2 of the farm balls. That'll give us an extra $20,000 cash, which will allow us to get all the front loader and everything at the same time. So why don't we hop into our little Ape 50? For these 2 farm balls, we're going to head into the city, and we're going to head over to an area that I think I've seen a few people find them on their YouTube videos, or at least one. I'm going to show you the hardest one that I found so far. I've swam everywhere that I could. I've climbed everywhere I could. I even got stuck kind of between some rocks, since some of the rocks didn't have a collision area yet. But since they just updated the game, they may have fixed that. I'm not really sure what we should focus on next after the tractor. Part of me feels like focusing on a sawmill, because we do have some trees on our land. So buying a sawmill and a chainsaw is basically $37,000, and that can kind of get us started. And it does offer some pretty good money, and it'll pay for itself relatively quickly. We're going to head over here to that wooden pier. There is a farm ball at the end of it. This is pretty foggy for this area. We'll go ahead and I'll park properly. All right. We're going to cruise down all the way to the end. It's a shame they don't have people fishing off the pier. I think that would add a tremendous amount of realism. I wonder if they'll ever let people fish. No, there's our farm ball. It'd be kind of fun. All right, one more. The other one's actually really close to here as well. After my little snafu, when I got stuck between some rocks, I had to basically tab out to a car and then come back here and see if I missed anything. And then I saw a little ledge over here on the beach, and once I ran up on it and kept following it along the cliff, I found a little surprise. Nothing around this house. It's actually so foggy I can't see where I'm going. There we go. So here's this little ledge right here. This was a really sneaky spot. Whoever put this here did a good job. Here we go. All right, that's both of them. We'll have to wait till the next episode to find 2 more. All right, here we are back at the house. Let me just park this real quick. So now we're up to 72,000. That's definitely more than enough to buy ourselves a new tractor. Well, at least a nice cheap tractor. I could go with this cheapest option here, which is our John Deere at 45,000, which is enough to throw the front loader on there. We could go up to 60,000. So the John Deere has 116 horsepower. The Z-Tor has up to 117. This is the much better choice. All right, front loader attachment. Look at that, it doesn't have an option for a John Deere one. We'll go with the Quickie, or Quick. Not really sure how to say that. All right, now let's get our front loader. I think what I'm going to do is, instead of taking the smallest one, I'm going to take the medium one. I guess it requires a little more power than we have, but we're pretty darn close to it. And I'm hoping that that allows us to reach up a little bit higher than we would with a smaller one. Let's see. We got a John Deere. We go custom. No, we'll leave it as is. I was going to play around with the colors, but I'd rather have it match our tractor. We'll buy that. And we need pallet forks. All right, that drops us down to 15,000. And here's our brand new tractor, our John Deere 3650. I think I should get a rear weight while I'm here. I'll grab this one. It's a little pricey, but it's pretty heavy and it should pretty much last me, well, forever. Hopefully I don't need to get a bigger one. I am tempted to buy a pallet of seeds. That's 1,050 for 1260. I will take the extra 50 liters, please. And we'll take that home with us. Let's grab this pallet and we can head back to our farm. So my next decision really comes down to what I should focus on next. I need to get a fertilized spreader, and I have a couple choices here. I can grab a smaller one. So with this spreader here for $2,000, which I think will do the job. But the problem is it doesn't do lime, it just does fertilizer. This one for $25,000 is nice because it's 42 meter we're working with. What's this one? 14. God, that's different. Wow. This one is 18 meter, 12 to 18 meter, but it also does lime. I'm pretty sure both of our fields need lime. We're obviously a little short from being able to afford this, but maybe we can do some contracts and get enough before I decide to either buy the regular fertilizer spreader or try to go for the bigger Bridal one that can do lime as well. This is definitely our best option because it's cheap and I just won't be able to lime the fields for a while. Something to think about. All right, let's head back. All right, let's see what we can do. Head over to our map. So both of our fields do need lime. They haven't had any fertilizer on them whatsoever. So no matter what I plant on them, I'll have to fertilize once right after I plant and then once after they've germinated. Let's check real quick how they're doing on water. Water is good. Water is good. Water is still good. All right, how we doing on contracts? You know, I've watched a couple different series on YouTube now where people are doing contracts, but only with the equipment that they have. I thought that was rather interesting, but I've already started doing contracts and, you know, I'm going to be honest, I need the money. And some of these contracts are really nice. So I can take this contract right here. I'd have to buy some spray, knock out that one, and I can do this one. So it'd be pretty quick. What else do we have? Harvest. Anything where I can use my combine? This one here, which is sorghum. That's right by the store, so that's pretty quick. Wow, if you had to use their stuff, it cost you $1,000 to lease it, then that's only $800. It's a pretty small field, but we can use our own for that. Save a little bit of cash, and hopefully get a little bit of extra sorghum. I think I'm gonna have to put it on the trailer. Let me check the weather real quick. Nice, nothing but sun. So we don't have to worry about the rain. I'm trying to decide if I should plant canola in my two fields versus wheat. I don't really need any of the fields for anything. It would be purely to just sell for a profit. So I'm leaning towards canola since it's worth more per 1,000 liters than wheat or barley, which are my only options at the moment. All right, let's head over to that contract and knock that out as quickly as we can. All right, here we are at the store, which puts us right next to the field we're working on over there. But this is a convenient place to drop off the trailer and pick up the header. Go ahead, grab this real quick. Wasn't quite lined up as nice as I would have liked. And this is such a small field, I think I'll do it myself. And we will do it at regular speed. Might as well do the steering assist, make it a little bit easier on myself. So we're harvesting some sorghum here. I wonder how much this field costs to buy. Not that I can get it because it's so far away from my farm, but it's so tiny it shouldn't be too expensive. At least I think it's tiny. In this fog, I can't tell. You know, I like the ambiance of the fog as far as the weather goes, but my goodness, what a difference it makes actually being in the sun versus the fog. I wonder if it's something that'll burn off throughout the day or if it's just kind of here. You know, I just realized this is the first time I've used my harvester here, and unfortunately it's not for my own land. Yeah, it's for a contract, because the only thing we could harvest was rice. be able to fill up the entire tank without having to swap it to a truck first or a trailer. Missed a little bit over there in that corner. I don't think I missed any more. The field is almost done. I wonder how much fog there is. About half of the field, it looks like, maybe 3/4 of it. Our Massey Ferguson Western Combine 8570. Starting to get a little dirty. Of course, the big question is, how much extra crop will be left over after we start to tip? And would it be worth it for us to save it until the price is at its highest? Or is it just better to tip the rest in and get a little bit of a bonus to our pay? I think this is pretty much it. We have just this little bit here on the side. And a little bit I missed on the edge. That's not bad. That did 80% of the contract just by harvesting. We'll drop the header onto the trailer first. pretty close. Alright, we'll swap over to our dragon truck and come over and pick that up and then run it to where we're supposed to. All right, here we go. That's not even 1,000 liters. Maybe it was. That's not bad. Pretty much got an extra $1,000 bonus. Let's turn this contract in. And we'll get an extra 1,800 for doing it. Nice. Actually, let's see what else they have. We have some cultivating. We do have a cultivator. And 2 tractors now. Oh, wow. One of them is right by us. So what I think I'll do is I'll throw the cultivator onto our white tractor and just have a worker do this one in the background. And bring it down to the farm over here where we have a contract. We'll set this one up on a worker. Wants to do 4 headlands. All right. Yes, work on the headlands and start with up and down. Sure. And there you go. Have fun. Let's see if we have another harvesting one for a regular harvester. We do some more sorghum. And hey, look at that. It's right next to the store where we already have our combine. Sweet. Let us accept this contract, please. Isn't that big one there? I believe it is. Well, this will take a while, so this one will definitely be a time lapse. But I'm also hoping that we can actually get a lot of extra crop, which would be great. I think I'll put the trailer over here. Well, I just finished cultivating 2 fields with a worker. I'm going to go ahead and drop this cultivator down and throw the planter on the back. I started running out of time, so I had to slow the speed down to a 2 just so I can plant my 2 fields with canola before it gets too late. Unfortunately, I learned a really valuable lesson in that I don't think I should be using my equipment on fields quite as big as I am with the combine. That field's just too big. My combine isn't quite fast enough, doesn't have a big enough header, and doesn't really have a big enough storage container to do a field that big. On top of that, as much as I like that little dragon truck, it's not very big. So I don't know how many trips I've already made. I think when it comes time to edit it, I'll throw some numbers up as every time I make a trip with the truck, just so I can kind of keep a running count and know how many I did. All right, we're going to plant canola in both of these fields here. I'm going to throw that on a worker and head back down to continue combining, or harvesting is what I really should call it. All right, back to the time lapse. right. So that took a while. Like I said before, I definitely will use or lease the equipment and get much bigger equipment with much bigger trailers to make that a lot quicker and easier. We have just a little bit over 6,500 liters of sorghum left. I'm going to go ahead and throw that into our silo and wait until I think it was January when the price is at its highest. We'll go ahead and get rid of it then. Make a little bit of extra cash from it. I've had a worker planting our 2 fields with canola. He just went ahead and finished. So that's nice. I need to go get a fertilizer spreader and fertilize both of our fields. I do need to cultivate our rice paddies at some point, but it's not really a rush because we can't really plant rice for a while. But I figure if I get it done early, then I don't have to worry about it. All right, we'll leave the truck here for now. Go ahead and park our seeder right back where we got it from. And we'll bring our combine back home. We'll park the combine here for now. And I think we should head to the store and get a fertilizer spreader. But first, let's turn in our contracts. Make a little bit of cash. Hopefully that fertilizer contract on the field right next to ours will be up next month. I'd like to do that just because it's so close. Not too bad. We're back up to 33,000. We'll get the $2,000 fertilizer spreader, and that still puts us within striking range of the sawmill. And we'll need to get an extra 1,000 for a chainsaw as well. And ideally, to make my life a lot easier, I'd like to get a winch for the back of this trailer. That way I can just cut a tree and drag it straight to our sawmill. I don't have to worry about picking it up or anything like that. I would also like to have enough money to repair all our stuff. Looks like my tractor is about halfway damaged. Let's see how much it would cost to repair. I don't think I'll do it right now. Oh, 1,600. Not right now. I'd like to. I would also, let me see how much it would cost to bump the engine up. Oh, an extra 24 grand. But that bumps it all the way up to a 225 horsepower, which is awesome. But not yet. There it is. That's the one we want. All right, we'll head back to the farm, fill this up, and fertilize both of our fields real quick. And then I have one last task before we're done for the day. Looks like we have a mushroom pallet. I most definitely want to pick that up and deliver it. It is our very first pallet. You know, I keep seeing other sorghum fields like this one over here on my right. I wonder if that's opened up in the harvesting menu for contracts, or if that's going to be next month. I'm not really sure how the contracts work. Do I technically get a contract for every field that has an option for it? Maybe the list is, not long enough, so I got to do some first before others open up. I don't know. I have no idea. All right, for the last thing for the day, we're going to grab this pallet of mushrooms and deliver it. All right, we're going to grab our Ape 50. I'm just going to call it the Ape. Our truck is called the Dragon. The little moped is called the Ape. I wonder what other vehicles we can get that are going to have names based on animals. Here's the market. And if you didn't know, there's a farm ball right there in that basket. We'll grab that at some point. Nice. Made $13.59 from that. All right, here we are, back at the farm. Between that sun and the fog, that's pretty blinding. Let's check the finances and see how we did today. So, yeah, we got our new tractor today, so that was a big expense. And production cost is moving up, but that's cool. Sold our pallet, that's awesome. Bought some seeds. Some harvest income. I'm assuming that's some of the extra product or produce we got from harvesting contracts. We made $20,000 in contract income today. That's awesome. We did spend $1,030 in worker fees, but that's all right. That's still a great profit. And we found 2 farm balls today. All right, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed the episode, please hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next time.